What's good, y'all? This is the OG Bronc Nuts 719. Gonna do a little live stream today. Let me see if I can get that so it's lit up good enough you guys can see me. Maybe if I cover the sun a little bit. Anyway, want to do a little live stream today about why are you guys still resisting moving your social media accounts to blockchain technology, or at least adding them as part of the mix is what you're doing. And so what prompted me to make this video again today was there's a girl on YouTube who's got a channel called Vanilla Sky Dreaming. I think her name is Kim. Awesome channel, good content, but her content is really meant for a blockchain, right? Because it deserves to be on a blockchain. Because when we upload things here on YouTube, whether it's a live stream or it's just a video, you run the risk of them taking your video down and censoring you if there's something that you say that they don't particularly like or that they don't agree with. Case in point, just recently there's a doctor, a lady that's made a video that's really been calling out fallacies of the coronavirus and Dr. Fauci, and we're not here to talk about that today, but that video has been taken down off of several social media channels across Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and there was another one that it was on, I think TikTok, maybe Vimeo. So because there's people out there that are power elite that don't want to have our message spread of what we wanted to say. And that's not the way things should be. And that's exactly the reason why blockchains are the future, why blockchains are so important to humanity. And so I'm going to teach you today how I'm making lots of money doing this. And I'm going to show you how to do it without doing it step by step. More, I'm not going to show you. I'm going to talk to you about it and why I think you should be doing it. So let's just take a quick step back on how I got started with doing social media on blockchain, because I don't have a Facebook or a Twitter or Instagram. I never wanted any of those things. Matter of fact, I didn't even want this YouTube channel that I have. I was always comfortable in front of a camera and speaking in public, but I didn't really, social media and blogging didn't really interest me at the time. And so I started this Bronc Nuts channel to obviously make some trash talking videos and jab it up with some fans from other divisions within the AFC West about the Broncos. And then my channel evolved into more than that. It just became a blog of my life, what I'm doing that day, what I'm involved in, what I'm interested in, whether it's football or whether it is a cryptocurrency or banking or laws or corruption or conspiracy, or just showing you what I'm doing at the park, right? And so it just became to where I became a blogger, or a vlogger, I guess you would call it. And at the time I discovered Bitcoin just a little bit before that, and I got involved in cryptocurrency, and it was one of the best things I've ever done in my life. I'm still happy with the decision. I still think Bitcoin's probably going to $50,000, $100,000, or even more than that to the moon. It has done what it's doing right now 190 times before. I've already seen this played out, and I know that it's probably a pretty safe investment for the long haul, but it's going to be volatile in the meantime. So by getting involved in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, I discovered Steemit.com. Now, what Steemit.com is, it's kind of like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all wrapped up into one thing, right? And so you have the private keys to the content that you put on a blockchain. So if I say something on my video that I put on the Steem blockchain, there's no way for my content to be censored. I own the private keys. Nobody can take my video or my content down. Now, there is a way the community can downvote your content and make it so that it's not very easy to find, really suppress it. So let's say you posted a video of your neighbor blowing somebody's head off. Obviously, that's really not something that we need to probably have on social media to show those kinds of things live. But at least on Steemit, the community decides whether that should stay up for everybody to see, and not where it's Google or Facebook or YouTube deciding whose content should stay and whose content should go. And that's what I really love about blockchain technology. So I discovered Steemit.com and I thought, man, well, I'm already making these videos over here on YouTube, and I've already done the work, done the editing, whatever I'm going to do to the video before I post it. And then once I post it, all I really need to do is start a blog over here on Steemit and post the URL that's already there and post it over there for other people to read it in a whole different area to maybe take into my content. Now, the thing about social media content is that, there's people here who watch my channel. I'm thankful for all my viewers. Matter of fact, to this day, I'm still amazed that there's even that many people out there that even care what I have to say. And I don't have a whole lot of followers here on YouTube, but I'm thankful for all the ones that I do. I'm thankful for all the followers that I have on Hive and on Steemit and all of the other places that I post my social media videos to. But I started posting the links onto Steemit.com, and my first videos, I think, made 50 cents. But I was like, hey, not a lot to do jumping jacks over, but it's 50 cents more than I had 10 minutes ago. So that's pretty cool. And then I got it to where they were making $2 or $3, $4, $5, because people are voting on your videos. And without me going into a long drawn out thing of where the money comes from, you'll just have to trust me that there's a lot to know here about blockchain, but you don't have to know a lot about blockchain to use Steemit.com. So I started posting my material onto Steemit for about, I'm thinking 3 years now. Pretty much if not an everyday poster. I may miss a day or two here and there, but I'm pretty regular with my posts, and it's not always videos. I mean, sometimes it's just a thought that I have, or a picture of some place that I'm at that I uploaded through one of the dApps that's connected to this Steem blockchain. So think of it like this. Think of it like YouTube was its own platform and blockchain, but there was lots of other things that you could use. Let's say this picture dApp over here, and this short video Instagram type deal over here, and all of them, by uploading off of those platforms, would automatically upload onto your YouTube account at the same time. Well, that's the way the Steem blockchain works. So I started along with this Steemit account, and I bought some tokens, and there's something over there called Steem Power, and Steem Power gives you your voting power. There's lots of videos out about how the Steem blockchain works. I don't want to talk about that here today. If you do, I'll make more videos about it and teach you. I mean, it's something that I've used every single day of my life for multiple hours a day for the last 3 years. I'm very familiar with the Steem blockchain, how it works, and all of the dApps that are built on top of it. But off of that, what happened was Justin Sun, Chinese billionaire. Well, I think he's a millionaire, actually. I'm not sure he's a billionaire yet. But a young kid, young man, he's pretty wealthy, and he bought the Steemit.com. Now, you cannot buy a blockchain, you can't buy a community, but what you can buy is the trade name of Steemit.com, and you can buy any associated token assets that came with the sale that the owner previously, who held the private keys, was including in the sale. Well, there was an argument about how that whole thing went down, and the Ninja Mine stake, which was some coins that were mined, and I know that may sound a little confusing to you, that were mined before the chain had a fair launch where everybody had an opportunity at these tokens, and they were never supposed to be used for voting power, to be sold off into the markets. But some of the people that are involved with the Steem blockchains, who were called witnesses, these are the people that secure the blockchain, decided to make a fork of that, which is essentially a blueprint. So you copied what was going on here, and you picked it up and you set it down right here, and now you have both blockchains running. And as many Steem tokens as you had in your wallet, you got Hive tokens. Now, Steemit.com and Hive.blog are both different blockchains, but both of them have an interesting scenario to them, because both of them have different voters. Now, you may think, man, this seems like a lot of work. It's worth your time to learn about. I'll give you just an example. All you have to do is go look for yourself. Everything on a blockchain is transparent. You can go see my wallet right now. You can go see how much my last video made right now. You can go see how much my last 100 videos have made, each one of them right now, not only on Steemit.com, but also Hive.blog. So both of them, steemit.com/@bronknuts, hive.blog/@bronknuts, right? Easy, both sites. Go look for yourself. I upload the videos to an app called Apix, right? Apix is kind of like Instagram for a blockchain. So it works the same way. All I do is I record a video on my phone, I go to my Apix app and I hit I want to upload, and boom, it uploads my 15-second, 3-minute, 5-minute, whatever video that I made onto the Apix app. Now, Apix, it's its own platform, has its own token. Think, well, these tokens aren't worth anything, Bronknuts. I'll prove it to you that they're worth a lot. So I uploaded to Apix. Last week, one of my videos made $75. Last night, the one I posted only made $13. Some of them make $26. It really depends on who likes it, who votes on it, and it's not their money they're giving to you. They're giving it to you out of a pool, a mining pool, that they have a say-so over depending on how many tokens they have powered up or staked, right? Kind of think of it like a savings bond. So when I upload the video to Apix, the users that are on the Apix platform that don't know anything about hive.blog, they don't know anything about YouTube, they just use Apix. They like this little app that's on their phone. They also know about Steem and steemit.com because when you upload a video to Apix, it also automatically puts it on your Steemit blog. So now you have a separate group of users over on steemit.com who've never even heard of Apix, or maybe some of them have, and they're voting with their Steem power. So now I'm getting Apix voters and I'm getting Steemit voters. So I made $75 on my Apix platform with that video. That same video got posted over here onto Steemit and it made me $13 or $14. And then I took the URL and I posted it over here on hive.blog, which is the same thing, just a blueprint, a fork of Steem. And it made $26 over there. So now a little 3-minute investment of my life, and I try to always put together good content. I mean, you're always going to get rewarded based on the content that you produce. I'm not saying my content's great. I just produce the content that I like to produce, and you guys are the judge whether the content's any good, right? So now I would say a fair estimation is my social media accounts between my hive.blog/@bronknuts account and my steemit.com/@bronknuts account. Those two on a daily basis bring in around $50. My Apix account probably brings in around $10. So there's around $60 that's getting made here off of every video, except YouTube's never sent me one penny, right? So my question to you is that $60 a day is a fair number, I think, for what I'm generating on my social media accounts, which, you know, a lot of video makers won't even tell you what they're making, but I'm questioning whether, okay, let's say you've got 100,000 followers. I only have, 1,500, something like that. Let's say you've got 100,000 followers, and those 100,000 followers give you, 3,500, 5,000, 10,000 views a day. Well, how much money are you making on 10,000 views or the 30,000 views that you get? Are you making $60? I really don't think you are, because I've seen people here on YouTube say, look at how much I've done and how little I've made. So my question for YouTubers is, why in the world would you not take the content that you've already uploaded, you've already done the work, you've cut the video, you've edited the video, you've used the computer to upload it and get, type in with age restriction, all that, you're done. And now you've got a URL. Why wouldn't you take the URL and post it on steemit.com and also post it on hive.blog and let people like me, who have lots of Steem power, Hive power, and Apix power, why wouldn't you let us vote on your content? So whatever little pennies and crumbs that you were getting from YouTube, you could also generate some real money over on a blockchain. Now here's the thing. If you're posting URLs from YouTube over to one of these two blockchains and you say something on YouTube that YouTube doesn't agree with and they censor your video, they take your video down, now the link doesn't work, right? So now the people who are on Steemit and on Hive, they can't link over to your video because there is no link. YouTube's taken the link down. Well, there are things to combat this, right? There are sites like DTube, which is built on the Steem blockchain. It's exactly like YouTube. So you upload your video to YouTube, but you also upload the same content to DTube. If YouTube takes that video down, it's still uploaded on DTube, and nobody on DTube is going to take it down. If it's uploaded on DTube, it's automatically posted on your Steemit blog. It does it automatically. There's no step you need. You don't have to check yes. It happens whether you like it or not. Apix posts on your Steem blog, whether you like it or not. 3Speak, there's 3speak.com, which is another video sharing platform, similar to DTube, similar to YouTube, works the exact same way, just called a different name. You upload to 3Speak, it automatically gets uploaded to your Hive blog, not your Steem blog, your Hive blog, because 3Speak is built onto the Hive blockchain. DTube, Apix, built onto the Steem blockchain. Both blockchains look the same. Both websites look the same. Both buttons of all the websites, they're all in the exact same spots because it's a blueprint, right? It's a carbon copy. So it's not like you have to go, man, I have to learn this website and this one, and I'm doing all this work, and I'm investing more into my social media channel time-wise than I want to. And the answer to that is no, you're not. All you're doing is doing paste and copy. Now, what we want over here on these blockchains is for you to make a transition and eventually not upload all of your content to YouTube, or go ahead and upload it to YouTube, but upload it to 3Speak as well, especially if you're talking about conspiracies or the COVID, or you're talking about governments or indictments, or, lots of, the things that the government and the YouTube people here, they don't want you to talk about. Well, those videos need to be uploaded. You have almost like a patriotic duty to take those videos and upload them to sites like 3Speak and Apix, things that will go to blockchains where the information media, the corporate elites, the Zionists, the people who want to control all of the information that we get to see, when it's not true freedom of speech, right? Or when it's not really that, when they're censoring us, that's not what our Constitution says you can do. It's your patriotic duty to take anything that might be censored and upload it to a blockchain so that your kids and your grandkids, if they want to go back through history and they want to learn the facts, not from some fancy documentary that was put on TV that brainwashed you and told you this is how the event happens. I mean, let's just use, the Lee Harvey Oswald and JFK. I mean, every history book that your kid, when they go to school, it says right in there that Lee Harvey Oswald was the lone gunman of shooting JFK. Well, I'm not sure that he is. And I think that right now we probably have at least 70% of America that are not sure that he's the lone gunman. But that's the only story we have to listen to. Now think about how awesome it would be if people, Abraham Zapruder and the people out there who saw that event or had anything to say about that event during those days could have uploaded their videos onto blockchains that YouTube and the government had no reach to take down. Because the only way you can shut down a blockchain, Bitcoin or any blockchain for that matter, is to shut the internet off. Right? That's a problem, shutting the internet off. I mean, you think what we're going through now is a problem. Imagine if there was no internet. The speed at which business and transactions get done in this world, the internet is, dependent on that. So I think blockchain is here to stay. Bitcoin's been around for 11 years. Why are you still resisting to put your social media somewhere else? Now, a lot of you might say, well, Bronknuts, I don't make any content that, YouTube's ever going to give me a strike on. I don't ever say anything. Well, you don't say anything now, but the rules are getting tighter and tighter and tighter every single day. I mean, I've seen all kinds of code of conduct policy guidelines get reinstated since I've been a member of YouTube. I've never seen the code of conduct rules get changed one time on a blockchain, because I say what I want on the blockchain and it doesn't get taken down. Now, I have gotten some strikes on this channel. I have had one video that was taken down because of something that I talked about that they didn't particularly like. And I don't agree with that. I agree that, you're educated human beings out there. with, free thinking minds, or at least you should have. And I make it so that all of my videos, they're not made for children. These are made for adults. And I think that you should be able to hear what I have to say. And if you don't like what I have to say, just all you got to do is click off the video and unsubscribe. I mean, unsubscribe if you don't like my channel, right? I mean, I'm not here to gain a gazillion subscribers. It'd be nice. I mean, I can't lie. I mean, if I had, 250,000 subs, I'd be like, wow, I really have that many. That's crazy. But it doesn't matter to me whether it's 250,000 or 1,500. I do this because I like to do it, and a few of you out here like to hear what I have to say. So I encourage all of you to get involved in blockchain as soon as you can. Right now is a great time to get involved in Bitcoin. I'm not saying go cash in everything you got and get involved, but it'd be a good spot for you to buy just a little bit. And it's a great spot if you can't afford to buy any Bitcoin to start yourself an account over on steemit.com or hive.blog and start blogging over there. You don't have to post videos. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, Bronk, that's like my friends, right? I can't do what you do. I can't talk in front of a camera. I'm just slobbering and mumbling and bumbling and stumbling. I'm like, yeah, so was I when I very first started. It gets easier and easier as you go, because you learn that you just kind of, your brain works like, I don't even think that there's a camera there. I feel like you're sitting on the other side of the table and I'm just talking to you. And so it gets easier and easier, but you don't have to make videos. I mean, there's people over there that write poetry, and there's people that over there that take pictures of flowers and trees, and when they're them riding their bike in the Grand Canyon, or skydiving, or just whatever they're doing. And you don't have to be a daily poster, but at least you can catalog your inventory of videos or media that you want to upload, and you have a place that it's going to last forever on this blockchain. And you have the opportunity for people to say, hey, you know what, I'm interested in that. There's a lot of people out there that have sent me messages, Bronk Nuts, I watch your videos and I don't really care about football. Matter of fact, I don't even watch football. I don't even like football. But I like your videos. I even like the ones you do about football because they're entertaining. They're interesting, right? So this is just the way I do social media. I'm not really a typer. I'm not really a poet. I'm not really a picture taker or photographer. I'm more of a videographer, like somebody who's just writing a blog about their life. I like to edit a little bit of the videos, put some music to it, which is also another really cool thing. When I have to say, got music on my iPod that I paid for, right? I paid iTunes for this music. And if I've got, a Snoop Dogg song going off in the background while I'm making a live stream, or even a video for that matter, the video I can't monetize it. It gets copyright stricken. And now whoever owns the rights to that video is getting paid off of my effort. But I can use that song and actually use it in my mixing software on my computer if I want to. Take that, edit the video, and then use my, I actually use Power Director to do my uploads when I'm making editing videos. And the Power Director works really good. It's simple to use. I'm not a computer geek. I know enough about computers, just enough to be dangerous. I taught myself how to use the Power Director myself. It was very easy. The program's around 60, 70 bucks, somewhere like that. It's a one-time deal. It'll do my Power Director does probably 100,000 more things than I even know how to do or even care to learn. But it's there if you want to learn, and I've learned a little bit more along the way. But now I just turn the Power Director video into an MP4. Just click one button in there to upload it as an MP4. And then you simply just go to 3speak.com. You get logged onto your account, which is on the Hive blockchain. So you have the same login credentials to get into both. Whatever your username and password is at hive.blog, it's the same username and password that it is at 3speak.com. Just like whatever your username and password is at steemit.com, it's the same username and password at DTube, Apix, Steem Monsters, anything that is built on top of the Steem blockchain. It's one set of credentials to get into all the dApps, which just makes it nice and easy and convenient. And there's also tools that I can help you out with that are plugins that you can download that are very easy. I mean, you just hit one button. They're plugins for the Chrome that most people use. It'll manage all of your passwords for you, keep them secure, and it'll actually fire them out at the level that you need them so you don't have to remember anything. But it is good to have a hard copy of it, of your and private keys when you're dealing with cryptocurrency, right? You are your own bank. And then when I make, people say, okay, so now you've made these Steem tokens and these Hive tokens. I don't know anybody who takes Steem token or Hive token. I don't know anybody who takes that, bro. That's why would I want any of those? Well, think of earning Steem and Hive token as getting like shares of a stock, right? So if I just came up to you and I said, hey, here's 3 shares of Microsoft. Well, you can't take those 3 shares of Microsoft and go down to the pizza place and pay with them. They don't know what to do with those. But you have to figure out a way to trade those into something that you can inevitably get the pizza with. So what you do is you take the Steem and Hive tokens that you earn, because you're earning on both sides, you're posting on both sides. You take those tokens and you send them to an exchange. There's probably, 50 crypto coin exchanges in the world. They're all over the place. You go to the crypto coin exchange, you set up an account. It's username and password, right? Maybe sometimes you've got to send in your ID, the scanned version of it so they can verify. There's a lot of that going on. No, it's the same thing with opening a bank account or PayPal. You have to prove your identity. And then I take my Steem tokens that I earned from my video, and I just simply send them to my wallet address over on the exchange. Now, oh my gosh, that sounds complicated. It's easy. It's the same as sending an email, right? If I said to you, hey, send me an email, you'd say, okay, what's your email address, cuz? Right? And so I said, oh, here's my email address. And then you'd got it and you'd send it to me. Well, if I said, send me some Steem, what's your email? What's your Steem address, cuz? Right? So I email you my Steem address, my bank account number. It's a one-way account number. You can only deposit into it. So I just, off my account, get my deposit address, I go over to the exchange. I get the deposit address on the exchange, and I send the Steem from my Steemit account to the exchange. And then I go over to my Hive account, and I send the Hive tokens that I made over to the exchange. Once I've got them on the exchange, well, there's hundreds of buyers on that exchange from all over the world. There's hundreds of people looking to buy Steem and Hive, and there's a lot of people looking to sell Steem and Hive. That's what a market is, right? Buyers and sellers. So it's just like a regular order book. You can put it in there for how much you want it to get sold, and if it hits that price, it'll automatically trigger, or you can sell it at the market rate, whatever it is right this very second where it gets liquidated. Now, what am I liquidating into? Are you getting cash where you can go get the pizza? No, not yet. What I'm getting is Bitcoin, because cryptocurrency is built to get away from cash, built for way to get away from the fiat dollar, the banks who control us. I am my own bank. This is my bank account right here. We're going to get to what this is here in a minute. So now I sell my Steem tokens on the open market and I convert them to Bitcoin. Now, I don't have to go any further, because with Bitcoin, I can buy gold, silver, diamonds, a boat, helicopter, a house, baby diapers. I can buy anything you can possibly think of with a Bitcoin, as long as you know where to look. Now, can you go down to Walmart or Sam's Club or Costco and spend your Bitcoins? No. But there is a different way to operate your life and use the Bitcoin that you have. So the first thing I do is I sell the Steem or the Hive, or any other token for that matter, Ethereum, Litecoin, whatever. You can send everything over to the exchange, and I trade it for Bitcoin. Now I'm holding Bitcoin. Now I'm obviously holding a lot less Bitcoin than if I was holding Hive. I might send over 15,000 Hive tokens to sell, but I only got 0.15 Bitcoin. Well, that's because Bitcoin's about $9,000 and Hive tokens are about 35 cents. So it takes a whole lot more of them just to get a little bit of Bitcoin. But the Bitcoin is a more safe cryptocurrency, right? Been around 11 years. There's some trust in it. And it's also a very secure blockchain. Now, I can leave my tokens on that exchange, although I would never recommend you do that, because you would never leave your gold at the gold dealer if you went and bought some. You're going to put it in your pocket and bring it home with you. So now all you do is send your Bitcoin the same way you sent the Steem over to the exchange. You now send your Bitcoin from the exchange to your personal wallet. This is called a Trezor wallet. One of these costs about, $100. I don't even know if they're that much anymore. And what this is a hardware wallet that stores all my cryptocurrency. So it's essentially my bank account, right? It's secure. There's no way for somebody to break into this. And even if they did, there's ways around me stopping what they did. Now that's a whole nother video that I'd have to make, but there's lots of videos on how a Trezor wallet or a Ledger wallet, right? There's a lot of different types of hardware wallets that are out there. Ledger and Trezor are the two biggest ones. I've used both. I personally like the Trezor. I think this is a simple, easy, secure, and I have a lot of confidence in Trezor, and there's millions of people all over the world using this. So now I send my Bitcoin over to my Trezor. Oh my God, Bronk Nuts, I'll never be able to do that. Yes, you will. Remember the email scenario that I gave you? What's your email address? Simple. I plug in my Trezor wallet. I go to their website. It says clearly in there, insert your wallet. I insert my wallet. It says enter your passcode. I enter my passcode, right? And it says, okay, I have buttons at the top. Deposit, withdraw, send, like everything, right? So I say, okay, I want to deposit. So I hit deposit, it brings me up an address, and it says confirm this on here. Is this number the same number? I mean, are you getting hacked here? Are you sure? Yep, looks right to me. Okay, show me the whole number. So it shows me this whole long encrypted number. All I do is copy it, copy the number, the address, the email address, the wallet address, and I go over to the exchange and I say, okay, I want to send. Where do you want to send it to, cuz? Paste. I want to send it right here. How many? All of it. Ship it all. And I push one button, and here's what happens. The Bitcoin goes out onto the blockchain. Every 10 minutes, there's a new block, and that's going to change in 2 days. Well, the 10 minutes is going to stay the same. The block reward the miners get, that's a whole nother video too. Trust me on this. So the transaction goes into a block every 10 minutes, and then it's going to work its way through the block and get confirmed 6 times by 6 different miners. And the next thing you know, my 0.15 Bitcoin that I got because I sold my Steem and Hive is now going to be magically here on my own wallet where it's not on the exchange, and I am in 100% control of my money. Now, can I take this and go buy a pizza? Well, I can't actually go into the store and buy a pizza, but there's apps on the internet where I can order a pizza and it says I can pay in Bitcoin, and now I just get their wallet address and I send it from my wallet to their wallet. Not the 0.15, I might be sending them 0.0000015 because the pizza's only $10 and not $900. And so I send that over to them, and then they deliver the pizza to me. So yes, I could, but if I wanted to make it even easier, if I wanted to get back to something closer to what all of you are used to dealing with, which is the almighty dollar, right? The cash. Well, here's the way that I do it. One is you could now send your Bitcoin to, let's say, Coinbase, which is a whole nother account that you would have that's hooked up to your bank account. It's kind of like PayPal, right? Coinbase is the exact same thing as PayPal, except it only deals with cryptocurrency, where PayPal, you can bank wire, check, Visa, MasterCard, like it deals with mainstream type things. But Coinbase, you can send your coins to there, sell your Bitcoin now on the open market for cash, for USD. It gets flipped into cash, and then you can just transfer from one button right to your bank account, and you've got the money. Well, that process sounds like a little bit of a time. Yeah, it can be, but selling your Steem for Bitcoin literally takes about 2 minutes. Transferring your Bitcoin to your Trezor wallet literally takes about, I don't know, maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes at the most. And then sending your tokens to, selling your tokens at Coinbase literally takes 1 second. And then I'm not really sure how long it would take for the withdrawal to get back to your bank account, but I imagine it's only 2 or 3 days, but that's not the way that I do it. The way I think is a better way to do it, because it keeps you out of the banking system, is once I have my Bitcoin on here, on my Trezor wallet, in my control, right? This is from the Steem and the Hive tokens that I've earned by posting my content over on these sites that people have voted for. I've earned this money. I convert it into Bitcoin, I send it to here, and now I want to convert it to cash without going to Coinbase. Well, you can go to many websites. There was only one at the time, which was Velt, V-E-L-D-T, gold.com. But now you can do it at all the big boys, American Precious Metals Exchange, Silver Bullion Doctors, SD Bullion, Providence Metals, almost all of the mints and the bullion exchange dealers that sell real gold and silver. And I'm not talking about no fake gold. I'm talking about United States Eagles, real stuff, right? It's listed on their site, and you can buy that, just like you can buy it with dollars, cash, bank wire, bank check, bank transfer, any mainstream type of financial transactions. That they've always been able to take those, but they've now, all of them will take cryptocurrency. So let's say that I have well, let's just say I got 1 Bitcoin on here, right? And I had 1 Bitcoin on here, and I wanted to cash out. I wanted to take, I don't want Bitcoin anymore. I want greenbacks. Well, here's the way you could do it. You go onto Velt Gold's site, veltgold.com, and let's say that I wanted to buy, 1 Bitcoin is roughly worth, let's say, $9,000, just to make it easy math. I think it's a little less than that right now, maybe 86, somewhere in there. But let's say $9,000 to make it easy math. And I want to go over there and buy 1 ounce Eagles. 1 ounce gold Eagle right now is probably around 1,800, somewhere in there. So now you just take the $9,000 that you have to spend, you divide by the 1,800, and it'll tell you can get, 3.3 ounces of these gold Eagles for your money, or 3.8, or whatever the number is. Actually, it'd probably be 4 point something. But so then when I go to checkout, instead of putting in my banking information, it just says, well, if you want to pay with Bitcoin, click here. So I clicked right there. And it says, okay, you need to send me 1 Bitcoin to this wallet address. It's listed right there for me. This is my email, this is my wallet address, cuz. Send me the 1 Bitcoin. So I copy, right? Log into my wallet. I go to withdraw. Where do you want to send it? Paste. I want to send it to his address over at Velt Gold. How many you want to send of the one that you have? I want to send it all. Ship it. So I push 1 and it sends. Goes through the blockchain. Now, a blockchain is extremely secure. It's the most secure thing right now on the planet because it's written in open source code. So it's way more secure than a phone line, way more secure than your bank, way more secure than your bank, if you can believe that. It really is more secure than your bank. So it takes a little bit of time to get through the blockchain, but it'll pick up on his other side and you'll see it coming through. It'll say 1 transaction confirmed. So now I know it's going to get there. There's no situation in Bitcoin where he can call me up and go, I can't send you the gold because I didn't get the Bitcoin. Yes, you did get the Bitcoin. You got the Bitcoin because we can see it in the Block Explorer and we can see exactly what wallet it's in, and that's the wallet address you gave me. It's listed on your website. There's no way to say you didn't get the Bitcoin, right? We all know you got it. So there's transparency in what we're doing here. So now he's got the Bitcoin and he sends me the 4.45 ounces worth of gold. Comes in a FedEx box. I get it. And now it's my gold. Now can I go buy a pizza? Probably, but you wouldn't want to. So now you can just take the gold down to the coin shop and you can just put the coins up on the table and how much you gonna give me for that? And they're gonna look up at the TV and go, oh, gold's at $1,800. I'm gonna give you $1,800. Okay. So he goes and gets the $1,800. He keeps your gold. You have the cash, and away you go to the pizza joint. Now, that is how you make a video, post it on Apix, post it on ThreeSpeak, post it on YouTube, and post the URLs over on Steemit or Hive.blog. Get people to vote for it. Cash your videos out, turn it into Bitcoin, turn your Bitcoin into gold, and turn your gold into cash, and turn your cash into an extra large pizza. This is the OG Bronknuts from the 719 West, checking up out of here on Mother's Day. Happy to all the real moms out there, the ones on the struggle. I'm out.